Hi folks. So, I've said many times before that in ministry, it might happen that God says to me, put shuffle on your phone, on the music, and, play it. Whatever song comes on, that'll be the message. So, when I listen to a song, I talk to God about the message, saying, what would be the message for that? And, okay. There is a message. The song is called Wrong. The last one I did listen to just a few minutes ago is called Wrong by Everything But the Girl. And it's the Todd remix version. So I'll play it first and then tell you the message. Yeah. Pause the song for now. I think you've got the message. There's a number of areas where you could actually do a message. First one is, it starts with trying things. Okay. Before you know God, you're trying different things in your life. Yes. Okay. And you make mistakes. Yes. Okay. Even when you start knowing God, you make mistakes because you're learning. That's okay. But then it says, I will follow you because I was wrong. Everywhere you go, I will follow you because I was wrong. Boom. That's a message. Because with that little bit, that's the point. When you get to a point of realizing that you were wrong, if God can help you to get to that point of realizing you're wrong, especially if you're churchy, If you can get to the point of realising that churchy isn't God, never was, never will be, it wasn't the design of God, it was the design of man. If you can get to the point of understanding that, and then you'll be in a position to understand that you were wrong. And once you realise you were wrong, and in such a big, massive, blinking way, you will then go back to the start. And you will give absolutely everything to God. Because you'll understand you didn't. You'll understand you went wrong because you didn't. You'll understand that you have control. You didn't give God control. You kept it. Like most people, you give your life to God, but you don't understand what that means. And even if you really give all your life to God, you take most of it back pretty blinking quickly. Because you're supposed to have control of most of the things you do. Because, choosing what you eat, when you eat, what clothes you wear. You can give God all that control if you want. But sometimes you have to wait for a few hours or more than that to get the answer from God. Or hear the answer from God. That's more the truth. So therefore, you're supposed to be in control of some of the things. But before you do that, it's like God telling me, don't react. Because you can't learn to react in his way if you're still reacting. It's the same as control. If you still want to be in control of your life, you can't know what to give him, God, that he needs to control the things in your life. How do you know what things that you need God to control in your life? If you want control in your life, you can't give him control of anything really. So you have to give completely control to God first and understand what that means. And then he'd give most of it back to you. But as I said, when you know you're completely wrong, then, you want God to teach you because you know the humans can't really teach you. You won't trust the humans to teach you God's way. You will ask God, the Father, to teach you. And when he's teaching you, you will follow him completely because you were wrong. Beautiful. But that's true though as well. It is absolutely true. When you understand that what you were doing and believing for years and years and years and years and years was wrong, everything will change. Well, maybe. If you want everything to change, it will. But as I say, a lot of people will say, no, it doesn't matter. I'm trusting God to do everything, so therefore it doesn't matter. I can't do anything about it. But if you know you're wrong and God is telling you you were wrong, and you understand that, and you go to God for help, He will help you. He will help you. So therefore, yeah, that's the point. And when He does, you know you won't go to any human at all. You will go to God. And if God says, go to that person, then you do go to a human. But you go to God first. Every time. Because the only one you trust is God. You don't trust the human. Not the same way. No. If God says go to that person, then you trust that person for that issue at that time. But after that, will you so go to that person again? No. No. If God tells you to go to someone for an answer of one question, it doesn't mean you go to that person all the time. It means go to that person for that. So therefore, you won't trust that person the way you trust God. No. You will trust that person when God tells you to go to that person. For that, whatever it is. If God says that person will help you in that, then okay, you trust that person for that. Okay. But you're really trusting God, because if God tells you to go to that person, you go to that person because you're trusting God. Yeah? Right now, people don't even ask God. So therefore, they're just trusting people because they want people to like them. And they're trusting people more than they trust God. Because they're going to people first rather than God first. But when you know you were wrong by doing that, then you have a really good chance to change everything. But it's up to you. It's not up to God, it's up to you. When you have that chance, take it. Take it. That's the point. Maybe you will have one good chance to change everything and make everything, should I say better? Not really. Because right now it's the same. Losing these dogs, I said to God yesterday, does it look like it was a good thing? Still, no. It doesn't. It looks like it was evil. Not good. Was it evil? I don't know. If God wanted that to happen for a reason, then it wasn't evil. It was a blessing. But does it look like a blessing right now? Not yet. No. Maybe it was. If what I think God has been telling me, and I've been learning, is true, which I think it is, but it needs to be tested. It's up to God to prove that.